Welcome back to part 2 of my Alberta road trip. Last time we drove all the way from Vancouver to Jasper and then to Moraine Lake. Today we'll explore even more highlights, Banff National Park and a place that looks completely different from the Rockies, Drumheller, the capital of dinosaurs. I'm a big dinosaur fan myself and I could hardly wait to see it.
Another day on the road trip. This morning I woke up in Banff and I actually planned to go on a hike to the Sulphur Mountain because you should have a nice view, and I decided not to take the gondola and hike because it should be possible. But when I woke up this morning, everything was covered in smoke. I don't know if you can see it. So perhaps not the best idea to do a intense hike up a summit when you don't see anything. So actually I don't have a plan B. I will now look if I will find some hikes here that are not that high, and try to make the best out of the day. Actually the forecast wasn't like that. It was like today should be nice as well and tomorrow should be the smoke. But I think I had been too fortunate with the weather so far, and I'm happy that I had all the lakes with the nice weather, so it's actually not too bad. I'm very happy that I stayed flexible and that I didn't book the gondola up to Sulphur Mountain, as I thought in the beginning. I decided yesterday, since I'm from a mountain region, I can also hike up, and that gave me the flexibility to change plans today because of the smoke. So I just did a hike here in the town, or so to say, in this area. And I went to see the hoodoos, which I didn't know what hoodoos should be. It's kind of a rock formation, and also walked around the riverside, which was really beautiful because today is this eerie red-orange light all the time, and it looks like you're walking in a live sepia filter, and everything has this warm and orange-like colors.
Banff is probably the most famous national park in Canada, and for good reason. The scenery here is absolutely stunning. Between towering peaks and endless hiking trails, it feels like every corner is made for postcards. One of the most iconic buildings in Banff is the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. It's a massive castle-like structure surrounded by mountains and forests, and honestly it gave me a bit of Shining vibe. Walking around the historic hotel feels almost surreal, like stepping into a movie set. It's no wonder people sometimes call it the castle in the Rockies.
So I'm actually pretty happy that I could make most of it today, and now I try to find a nice spot to have my lunch break, and then it's time to leave the national park because my ticket expires at 4 p.m. and I also have a long drive to my next destination, which is Drumheller tonight. And that will be a complete different scenery, no more mountains and more like plains and flat landscape. So really looking forward to that.
But Alberta has more to offer than just mountains. About 3 hours east of Calgary, the landscape changed completely. Suddenly, the towering peaks give way to wide, dry valleys and strange rock formation. This is Drumheller, also known as the dinosaur capital of the world.
Today I woke up in Drumheller, and yesterday evening I used the time to go to the museum, which was awesome because I saw that they open until 9 p.m. And I thought perhaps it's a good idea to go in the late evening hours to avoid too many children, because I'm the real child there, and I was super excited to go, and it was an awesome experience.
The highlight of Drumheller is definitely the Royal Tyrrell Museum. It's one of the world's leading dinosaur museums with an incredible collection of fossils and reconstructions. Walking through the galleries, you really get a sense of how this whole region looked millions of years ago. One fossil in particular is world famous, the best preserved Ankylosaurus ever discovered. The level of detail is unbelievable. You can still see the texture of some armor plates and even parts of its skin. Standing in front of it feels like coming face to face with a creature that lived over 100 million years ago.
Now I check out one of the most popular sites here in Drumheller. It's the world's largest dinosaur, and I just park in front of it. I don't know if you can see it. That's the T-Rex, not the original size though, and color and proportions and everything. But it's a fun thing, and I had to stop here. The rest of the day I'm gonna explore the Badlands and go to the Dinosaur Provincial Park, where they actually excavate a lot of dinosaur bones and find a lot of fossils. So then I've seen all of this area and turn around to slowly go back towards Vancouver. So after a very long and monotonous, boring drive through the Alberta meadows and fields, I'm finally at the Dinosaur Provincial Park. It's actually not just a tourist attraction, it's also the site in the world where they found the most dinosaur fossils in such a small area. So half of the park, or even more, is closed for public, so they can work and dig out more fossils. And yeah, I will just do like a quick stroll around here, maybe a quick hike, because it's already pretty hot again with 30 degrees, and afterwards I need to go to Calgary, but first I need to find a fueling station, because here in the vast rural areas they aren't that often, and I just have like a range of 180 kilometers, and better safe than sorry.
The Badlands look like something from another planet. Walking through the hoodoos and canyons, you will really feel the contrast to the Rockies. On the way back, the smoke from the wildfires got much thicker, and I could really feel it affecting my breathing. So in Calgary, I decided to just stay in the hotel. To make things even more complicated, one of the main roads back to Vancouver was completely shut down, which meant I had to take a 300-kilometer detour. Looking back, my timing for this trip couldn't have been better. It was literally the last possible moment. I made sure to get out of the affected area as quick as possible and headed straight back to Vancouver. That wraps up my road trip in Alberta, from turquoise lakes, stunning mountains to the surreal landscape in Drumheller. It's hard to believe that it's all in one province. That was my last video from Canada. I experienced so much more, but yeah, that's it for now. I've also been hiking to Joffre Lake, exploring the Pemberton Meadows. I was invited to a camping trip to Chilliwack Lake and did a road trip to the Okanagan to see the desert part of Canada, and also had a lot of wine at the vineyards there. So all in all, my year in Canada was an amazing experience. Looking back, I can't really say what the highlight was. This year in Canada was a unique and truly amazing experience that left a mark on me. I'd recommend traveling to Canada to anyone, and I'll definitely gonna be back, because so far I've just seen a tiny part of this huge country. In my next video, I will let you know what happened after Canada, where I'm currently traveling. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do it, and see you next time. Thank you, bye bye.